Hello and welcome back to another video. Now this is the second video in the Google Cloud series that I'm doing. So if you followed along with the first video, that means you already have your free trial account set up. If you haven't, make sure you check out video 1. It will be at the top somewhere. Watch the first video, it will help you set up your free trial, and then watch this one and then you can follow along. And if you're watching this at a later point, there might be a whole bunch of videos, so you can just follow them from 1 to however long I make this video series. But anyway, like all of my series that I make, before we get into the fun technical stuff, I show you how to set up your actual environment. And that's with like billing, budgeting and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to cover today. So if you're looking at your home screen, what you'll notice as well, you should have at the top here, it's telling you how much free credit you have, which is great. And again, remember, this is a free trial project or account, where even if you use all your credits, you're not going to get charged your actual amount, right? If you use all your free credit and stuff like that, after a free trial period, your account pretty much goes on hold until you switch it over to a paid version. So don't worry about any of that. But as always, now is the best time to get your budgeting and alerts set up. And then it's a good way to track what your spend is going to be like. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So what you want to do is go to the burger menu at the top left and go to billing. And once you're here, you'll see that you've got a whole little bunch of things on the left here. And all we're going to be doing is going into budgets and alerts. And once you're in here, I want you to create a budget. So the reason we create a budget is mainly that, yes, we've got $500 or $400 worth of credit, right? But this is the best time to build good practice. And I'm going to say this on any cloud series or anything I do that involves cost. Set good practices now. So say I'm doing a development project, but I really want to be able to say how much is this going to cost. I don't want this project to be over more than $50, so I'm going to set a budget now for $50. Even though it's free credit, it's good. It's a good way to get a test if I'm going to go over my budget or not without actually having to pay for it. So I'm going to call this my my project budget. So what you can do is you can set your budget across all projects. Now, what a project is you have, I'm going to have another video dedicated on this, but what the Google account structure looks like is that you have, if you're part of an organization, they'll be at the top, and then under that you will have projects. And what happens in projects, if you're familiar with Azure, it's kind of like subscriptions, right? So a lot of things can happen in subscriptions. You can build virtual machines inside of a project. You can build, pretty much anything in a project, and they're all separated. So you could have a project for development, a project for production, project for whatever, okay? So everything is kind of separated by a project. So in saying that, you could have a billing budget for your entire Google Cloud tenant, or you could have a billing budget for, say, if you're doing a specific project, that project, you could just set a billing alert budget on that. So that's quite cool. So I'm going to have it pretty much just on all projects because I've only got one. And you can set the budget on all of the services. Say, hey, I've got a massive project on Kubernetes. I'm running Kubernetes. That cost is like $1,000 a month, but we need that. What I wanted to do is maybe just track compute. So if I type in here, I just want to track anything spend that's in compute engine. The example I just used isn't good because Kubernetes also uses compute engine, so it's not the best, but you know what I mean. You can separate your budgets also on the services as well, which is quite nice. But I'm just going to have it track on everything. You'll see here, there's another tab that says credits. So selected credits are applied to total cost. Budget tracks the total cost minus any applicable selected credits. So you could say, so discounts reduce the cost of, so do we want the discounts to be part of this? Or I can say, no, I don't want the discounts to be part of this budget, so I can get the true cost or whatnot. So we'll have it like that. so we can track the true cost. Because if you have discounts, what's going to happen is you have your total spend, and then it's going to have the discount applied, and then that's your total spend for your GCP environment will always be $0 because that free credit has been taken off. So you don't actually see the true cost. I hope that makes sense. If I had ticked this, say if my spend was $50, the free tier takes that $50 out. Now my cost is 0. So it will look like my spend has always been $0. But unticking that, I see the cost even though it's free trial credit. I'm going to hit next. And I'm going to set a budget of $30. Yeah, on the specified amount. What you can also do is last month's spend is pretty much what we want to have it as. I'm going to set my budget as last month's spend. You can do that as well. But I'm going to just keep it at 30. Hit next. Again, if you follow the Azure series, you'll see that we can split our budgets up into different tiers. So 50% will let me know when I hit $15, I'll get an alert, 90 and 100. So that's fine. The notification, so it will email me when I'm close to that. And then there's other channels that you can do it as well. So you could have it push out to like a Slack channel or a Microsoft Teams channel or a text message, heaps of things. But we'll keep it as email alerts to keep it simple. And we'll hit finish. And bam, just like that, I now have my budget set. So make sure you set your budget. Again, it's up to you how you want to track it. If you want the discounts and stuff to be applied, so you just see what the true cost is that you actually will have to pay for, or you can track it without, it won't take into consideration your free trial, so you can actually see what it would look like if you weren't in the free trial version. The best way really is put some spend on your account and play around with the budgets. I really encourage you to just have a look at what I'm explaining, but try it out for yourself. Get a feel, because I can explain it to you 100 times. But if you're anything like me, I'm very hands-on. So put some spend on your account and play around with the budgets and see how they are different, right? The little tick boxes, what does each one do? How does it manipulate my budget? Just have a play around. At the moment, I don't have much spend, so it's hard for me to demonstrate, but yeah. So that's pretty much it for this video, to be honest. It's quick and easy. So yeah, that's all you need to do for setting up a budget for your project. We'll be doing everything in the My First Project. So next video, I'm going to explain to you the tier, the hierarchy of the Google Cloud Project platform, or the Google GCP environment, and just how the tier structure is and how permissions and everything are applied there. And then we can start getting into some technical stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.